Ever wondered what happened to the cast of The Lord of the Rings? This iconic series, directed by Peter Jackson and based on J.R.R. Tolkien's novels, premiered in 2001 and captivated audiences worldwide. Let's dive into where the beloved actors are now and how their careers have evolved since their epic journey through Middle-earth. Elijah Wood as Frodo Baggins. Elijah Wood's portrayal of Frodo Baggins in The Lord of the Rings brought to life one of the most beloved characters in literary and cinematic history. As a young hobbit entrusted with the daunting task of destroying the One Ring, Frodo's journey was filled with challenges, but his courage and resilience shone through every step of the way. With his loyal friends at his side, Frodo became a symbol of hope, and Elijah Wood's emotive performance turned him into a character that fans around the world continue to hold dear. Known for his expressive eyes and emotional depth, Wood's portrayal of Frodo resonated deeply with audiences, earning a place in the hearts of fans everywhere. His performance remains one of the standout moments in film, forever tying him to the iconic role. After The Lord of the Rings, Elijah Wood continued to explore a wide range of roles, showcasing his versatility as an actor. He starred in the critically acclaimed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, where he played a quirky, conflicted character, and lent his voice to the lovable penguin Mumble in the animated hit Happy Feet. He also ventured into darker territory with films like Sin City and Maniac, demonstrating the depth and range of his acting abilities. Beyond acting, Wood has made a name for himself as a producer, founding his own production company, Spectre Vision. The company focuses on producing innovative and genre-defying films, including the cult classics Mandy and Color Out of Space, both of which received critical acclaim for their unique storytelling. Elijah Wood is known for his down-to-earth personality and his love for music. He is an avid vinyl collector and DJ, often performing under the stage name DJ Frodo. His passion for music is matched by his dedication to philanthropy, supporting various causes, including the Keep a Child Alive Foundation, which helps children living with HIV and AIDS in Africa. Wood maintains a relatively private personal life, but is often seen at industry events and film festivals, where he continues to stay close with his Lord of the Rings co-stars. His quiet yet impactful career has continued to thrive, and his legacy as Frodo Baggins remains as beloved as ever. Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn. Viggo Mortensen's portrayal of Aragorn brought to life one of the most iconic characters in fantasy literature. As the rightful heir to the throne of Gondor, Aragorn's journey from humble ranger to a wise and courageous king became one of the most compelling story arcs in The Lord of the Rings. So, what has Viggo Mortensen been up to since then, and how has his career evolved? Mortensen's depiction of Aragorn was characterized by a stoic presence, unwavering leadership, and a deep sense of duty. His transformation from a reluctant hero to the King of Gondor was central to the story, making Aragorn one of the most beloved characters in the saga. After The Lord of the Rings, Mortensen continued to captivate audiences with a wide range of roles. He delivered memorable performances in films like A History of Violence, Eastern Promises, and The Road, each showcasing his versatility and depth as an actor. His role in Green Book as the tough yet lovable Tony Lip earned him critical acclaim and an Academy Award nomination. Beyond his acting career, Mortensen is an accomplished painter, poet, and photographer. His artistic talents have been featured in numerous exhibitions and publications, highlighting his creative spirit. He has also published books, including poetry collections and photography works, further showcasing his multifaceted nature. Viggo Mortensen is known for being intensely private about his personal life. He was previously married to singer Xenia Chervenka, and they have a son together named Henry. Mortensen has been in a long-term relationship with Spanish actress Ariadna Gil since 2009. He continues to balance his career with his passions for art and his advocacy for social and political causes, often using his platform to speak out on issues close to his heart. Through it all, Mortensen has remained true to himself, an actor, artist, and advocate, continuing to inspire and make a difference in ways that go beyond the screen. Ian McKellen as Gandalf. No discussion of The Lord of the Rings would be complete without mentioning Sir Ian McKellen's unforgettable portrayal of Gandalf. As the wise and powerful wizard, McKellen brought a depth of gravitas, wisdom, and even a touch of humor to the character, making Gandalf one of the most iconic figures in the series. So, what has Ian McKellen been up to since then? McKellen's portrayal of Gandalf, both the gray and the white, was a masterclass in acting. He infused the character with not only strength and wisdom, but also moments of warmth and wit, earning him widespread acclaim and solidifying his place as one of the greatest actors of his generation. Since completing The Lord of the Rings, McKellen has continued to take on a wide variety of roles that highlight his incredible range. He returned to Middle-earth to reprise his role as Gandalf in the Hobbit trilogy, much to the delight of fans. McKellen also took on the role of Magneto in the X-Men series, proving his ability to seamlessly switch between characters of immense power and complexity. His performances in both film and television continue to impress. Beyond the screen, McKellen remains deeply involved in theater. His passion for the stage is unwavering, and he continues to perform in renowned productions around the world. His commitment to his craft has earned him numerous accolades, including multiple Tony and Olivier Awards. Off-screen, Ian McKellen is a proud and outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights. He has been actively involved in various charitable causes, most notably as a co-founder of Stonewall, a prominent LGBTQ+ rights charity. McKellen's advocacy work is just as important to him as his acting career, and he uses his platform to champion equality and human rights. Now living in London, McKellen enjoys a fulfilling social life and remains an influential figure both in the acting world and the fight for LGBTQ+ equality. His legacy continues to inspire not only for his unforgettable performances, but for his dedication to making the world a better place. Orlando Bloom as Legolas. Orlando Bloom's portrayal of Legolas, the graceful and skilled elven archer in The Lord of the Rings, left a lasting impression on fans. With his remarkable agility, sharp eyesight, and unmatched archery skills, Legolas quickly became a fan favorite. But what has Orlando Bloom been up to since his time in Middle-earth? Bloom's performance as Legolas was marked by both his physical prowess and his ethereal presence. Legolas's unwavering loyalty to his friends and his strong bonds with the Fellowship added depth to the story, making him one of the most memorable and beloved characters in the series. After The Lord of the Rings, Orlando Bloom continued to thrive in Hollywood. He found even greater fame with his role as Will Turner in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. His swashbuckling adventures alongside Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow only added to his popularity, establishing him as a leading man in the industry. Bloom's career didn't stop there. He took on a variety of roles in both film and television, including Kingdom of Heaven, Elizabethtown, and the Amazon Prime series Carnival Row, where he plays a detective in a fantastical world. On the personal front, Bloom has had some very high-profile relationships. He was married to model Miranda Kerr, with whom he shares a son, Flynn. Currently, he's engaged to pop singer Katy Perry, and together they have a daughter, Daisy Dove Bloom, who was born in 2020. Beyond acting, Bloom is deeply committed to philanthropy. He works closely with UNICEF, traveling around the world to raise awareness and advocate for children's rights and humanitarian causes. His dedication to both his family and his charitable work has earned him respect and admiration, making him not just a beloved actor, but also a global advocate for positive change. Sean Astin as Samwise Gamgee. Sean Astin's portrayal of Samwise Gamgee in The Lord of the Rings left an indelible mark on fans, thanks to his heartfelt performance as the loyal and courageous hobbit who stood by Frodo through thick and thin. Sam's unshakable dedication and bravery made him one of the true heroes of the saga, and Astin's warmth and sincerity in the role remain iconic. After The Lord of the Rings, Astin continued to shine in both film and television. His career flourished with a diverse range of roles, from the romantic comedy 50 First Dates to a standout appearance in Stranger Things. He also starred in the critically acclaimed miniseries The Strain, further proving his versatility as an actor. Beyond his acting career, Sean Astin is also an accomplished author and director. He wrote a memoir, There and Back Again, An Actor's Tale, which offers a behind-the-scenes look at his time in Middle-earth and his personal journey. Astin is also passionate about advocacy, championing causes like literacy and mental health awareness. Astin is happily married to Christine Harrell, and the couple has 3 daughters, Alexandra, Elizabeth, and Isabella. He is deeply involved in charitable work, particularly focusing on literacy programs and mental health initiatives. His commitment to his family and philanthropic efforts has earned him admiration both from his fans and peers, solidifying his legacy as not just an actor, but also a kind-hearted advocate. Cate Blanchett as Galadriel. Cate Blanchett's portrayal of Galadriel, the ethereal and wise elven queen in The Lord of the Rings, brought a breathtaking sense of grace and power to the character. Galadriel's wisdom and strength made her one of the most unforgettable figures in the series, and Blanchett's regal presence made the role all the more compelling. Since The Lord of the Rings, Blanchett has continued to dazzle audiences with her remarkable talent. She won an Academy Award for her transformative performance in The Aviator, earned another Oscar for Blue Jasmine, and delivered a deeply moving performance in Carol. Blanchett also appeared in blockbuster hits like Thor, Ragnarok, and Ocean's 8, proving her versatility across genres. Her talents extend beyond the screen. Cate has been deeply involved in theater, both as an actress and a director, taking on challenging roles in numerous stage productions and further showcasing her range. She is also a passionate advocate for environmental and humanitarian causes, using her influence to bring attention to important global issues. Blanchett has been married to playwright and director Andrew Upton since 1997, and together they have 4 children, 3 sons, Dashiell, Roman, and Ignatius, and an adopted daughter, Edith. The couple has collaborated on many theatrical projects, including running the Sydney Theatre Company from 2008 to 2013. They divide their time between their homes in Australia and the US. Beyond her career, Cate Blanchett is committed to giving back. As a goodwill ambassador for the UNHCR, she advocates for refugee rights and environmental sustainability, using her platform to make a positive difference in the world. Her continued success and dedication to philanthropic causes have solidified her place as one of the most respected and admired actors of her generation. Andy Serkis as Gollum. Andy Serkis's unforgettable portrayal of Gollum reshaped the possibilities of acting and technology in film. Through groundbreaking motion capture, Serkis gave life to Gollum's tortured, split personality with such intensity and realism that audiences couldn't help but be drawn into the character's haunting inner struggle. His performance became one of the Lord of the Rings trilogy's most iconic elements, setting new standards for what CGI characters could achieve emotionally. After The Lord of the Rings, Serkis embraced his role as a pioneer of motion capture, reprising Gollum in the Hobbit trilogy and continually refining the art. He then brought astonishing depth to Caesar, the revolutionary ape in Planet of the Apes, revealing layers of empathy and complexity in yet another CGI-driven role. His versatility as an actor extended to Star Wars, where he portrayed the enigmatic Supreme Leader Snoke, and to Black Panther, where he played the villainous Ulysses Klaue. Each role showed his remarkable ability to bring nuance to characters across genres. Serkis's passion for storytelling eventually led him to directing. In Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, he reimagined the Jungle Book with a darker, more mature edge, and in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, he brought his innovative visual style to blockbuster action. His directorial work has been celebrated for its bold use of CGI and performance capture, cementing his reputation as an industry visionary. Beyond acting and directing, Serkis co-founded the Imaginarium Studios, a leading-edge company focused on performance capture and digital characters. Through it, he has pushed the frontiers of filmmaking, creating a home for innovations that bridge film and gaming. Off-screen, Serkis dedicates himself to charitable causes, supporting initiatives in children's health, welfare, and the arts. At home, Serkis shares a close, long-standing marriage with actress Lorraine Ashbourne, and they have 3 children. His deep dedication to his craft, family, and the evolving art of storytelling has established him as both an industry pioneer and a beloved figure among fans and filmmakers alike. Which cast member's journey do you find the most inspiring? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this look back at the Lord of the Rings cast, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more nostalgic content. Thank you for watching.
The stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you were too small to understand why.
Hollywood may be the land of fame and fortune, but even some of its brightest stars have seen their lives spiral out of control. Before we dive into the shocking downfall of these celebrities, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update on the latest stories. From once shining careers to the darkest corners of the criminal justice system, today we're counting down 15 Hollywood celebrities who are currently serving time behind bars. You won't believe the stories behind these stars, ranging from drug addiction and violent crimes to financial fraud. These celebrities were at the top of their game but now find themselves in prison. 1. Lori Loughlin. Lori Loughlin, best known for her role as Aunt Becky on Full House, shocked the world when she became embroiled in the infamous college admissions scandal. Loughlin and her husband paid $500,000 to secure their daughter's spots at the University of Southern California through fraudulent means. Once a beloved actress, she now faces a sentence behind bars, serving time for conspiracy to commit mail fraud. Fans were left stunned as Lori's perfect public image crumbled in the wake of the scandal. 2. Bill Cosby. Once hailed as America's dad, Bill Cosby's fall from grace was one of the most shocking in Hollywood history. The iconic comedian was found guilty of drugging and sexually assaulting multiple women, resulting in a sentence of 3 to 10 years in prison. His conviction was a major turning point in the Me Too movement, as Cosby was the first high-profile celebrity to be convicted of sexual crimes. Behind bars, Cosby has reportedly struggled with the reality of his situation, but justice has been served for his victims. 3. R. Kelly. R&B legend R. Kelly was once a global music superstar, known for hits like Ignition and I Believe I Can Fly. But his long history of abusing underage girls caught up with him when he was convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking in 2021. Now serving a 30-year sentence, Kelly's life of fame and fortune has been reduced to the confines of a prison cell. The documentary Surviving R. Kelly exposed the full extent of his crimes, making him one of the most reviled figures in entertainment. 4. Harvey Weinstein. And Harvey Weinstein, the once powerful Hollywood producer behind films like Pulp Fiction and Shakespeare in Love, became a symbol of the predatory behavior rampant in the film industry. In 2020, Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison after being convicted of rape and sexual assault. His downfall was instrumental in the Me Too movement, as over 80 women came forward with accusations. From the heights of producing Oscar-winning films to spending the rest of his life in prison, Weinstein's story is one of Hollywood's most dramatic falls. 5. Joe Exotic. The eccentric star of Netflix's hit series Tiger King, Joe Exotic, became a household name during the pandemic, but his legal troubles are anything but entertaining. Joe, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage, is serving a 22-year sentence for hiring a hitman to kill his rival Carol Baskin, as well as animal abuse charges. His fame skyrocketed thanks to Tiger King, but now Joe Exotic faces a much different life behind bars. Despite his numerous appeals and pleas for a presidential pardon, Exotic remains locked up. 6. Felicity Huffman. Another high-profile figure caught up in the college admissions scandal, Felicity Huffman, star of Desperate Housewives, admitted to paying $15,000 to alter her daughter's SAT scores. Huffman was sentenced to 14 days in federal prison, a stark contrast to her glamorous life in Hollywood. While her sentence was much lighter than Lori Loughlin's, the scandal still sent shockwaves through Hollywood, tainting the public's view of her once impeccable career. 7. Michael Jace. Michael Jace, known for his role as a police officer on the TV series The Shield, is now on the other side of the law. In 2014, Jace was convicted of the second-degree murder of his wife, April, after shooting her in front of their 2 children. He is currently serving a 40-year sentence in prison. Jace's shocking crime left his fans and Hollywood colleagues in disbelief as his violent actions contradicted the image he had cultivated on screen. 8. Mark Salling. Mark Salling, best known for his role on Glee, shocked the entertainment world when he was arrested for possession of child pornography. Salling was facing up to 7 years in prison after pleading guilty, but before sentencing, he tragically took his own life in 2018. His story remains a cautionary tale of the dark secrets that some Hollywood stars hide behind their public personas. 9. Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson, former star of That 70s Show, is currently facing serious charges of sexual assault. Several women have come forward with accusations against him, leading to his arrest and eventual trial. While Masterson maintains his innocence, he faces a potential life sentence if convicted. The allegations have tarnished his reputation, and his case has garnered significant media attention due to his ties with Scientology and Hollywood. 10. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle, once the beloved face of Subway, was sentenced to over 15 years in prison for charges related to child pornography and illicit sexual conduct with minors. His case was one of the most shocking celebrity downfalls, as Fogle had positioned himself as a role model for healthy living. Today, he remains behind bars, serving a sentence for his abhorrent actions, far removed from the fame he once enjoyed. 11. Suge Knight. Once the most feared man in the music industry, Suge Knight co-founded Death Row Records and worked with legends like Tupac and Dr. Dre. But a life of violence and criminal activity caught up with him when he was convicted of manslaughter for a fatal hit-and-run in 2015. Knight is now serving a 28-year sentence, far from the music mogul empire he once controlled. His story is a reminder of how power and violence can lead to a steep fall. 12. Lilo Brancato. Lilo Brancato, once a promising young actor, known for his role in A Bronx Tale, saw his career derail after a tragic event. Brancato was convicted of attempted burglary that led to the fatal shooting of an off-duty police officer. Although he was acquitted of murder charges, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for his involvement in the crime. After serving time, Brancato has attempted a comeback, but the shadow of his past continues to haunt him. 13. C Murder. Rapper C Murder, brother of Master P and part of the No Limit Records empire, is currently serving a life sentence for the murder of a fan in 2002. Despite his conviction, C Murder maintains his innocence, and his case has been the subject of multiple appeals. Many of his supporters, including Kim Kardashian, have called for his release, citing issues with the evidence used to convict him. For now, though, he remains behind bars, a tragic example of a life gone wrong. 14. O.J. Simpson. And O.J. Simpson, once a beloved NFL star and actor, is no stranger to legal troubles. After being acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, O.J. was later convicted of armed robbery and kidnapping in 2008. He served 9 years in prison for the crime and was released in 2017. Simpson's life has been filled with controversy, and while he is no longer behind bars, his past continues to follow him wherever he goes. 15. Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda, the Brooklyn rapper behind the viral hit Hot N1, was arrested in 2014 on charges of conspiracy to commit murder, weapons possession, and drug dealing. Shmurda was sentenced to 7 years in prison after accepting a plea deal. His arrest highlighted the legal troubles often faced by young artists, and fans eagerly awaited his release, which came in 2021. Shmurda's case sparked discussions about the treatment of hip-hop artists within the criminal justice system. 16. Tekashi 66699. Rapper Tekashi 66699, known for his loud personality and rainbow-colored hair, found himself behind bars in 2018 for a laundry list of charges, including racketeering, weapons possession, and violent gang activity. His connection to the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods brought him into the sights of federal authorities, and after striking a deal to testify against his former associates, Tekashi was given a reduced sentence. While he has since been released, his time in prison and cooperation with authorities earned him the label of snitch, making his post-prison life just as controversial as his music career. 17. Todd Chrisley. Reality TV star Todd Chrisley, famous for his hit show Chrisley Knows Best, is currently serving time in federal prison for bank fraud and tax evasion. Chrisley and his wife, Julie, were convicted of submitting fake documents to banks to secure over $30 million in fraudulent loans. They were living a life of luxury while dodging their financial responsibilities. Todd Chrisley, once a symbol of Southern charm and wealth, now finds himself behind bars, facing the consequences of his fraudulent behavior. 18. Phil Spector. Phil Spector, the legendary music producer behind some of the biggest hits of the 1960s and 70s, shocked the world when he was convicted of the murder of actress Lana Clarkson in 2003. Spector was known for creating the famous wall of sound production technique, but his volatile personality and erratic behavior led to a deadly encounter at his mansion. After years of legal battles, Spector was sentenced to 19 years to life in prison. He died behind bars in 2021, leaving a complicated legacy in the music industry. 19. Shelley Malil. Actor Shelley Malil, best known for his comedic role in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, shocked the world in 2008 when he was arrested for the brutal stabbing of his ex-girlfriend. Malil was convicted of attempted murder after stabbing her more than 20 times in a fit of rage. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 12 years. Once a rising comedic actor, Malil's career and life took a dark turn that no one saw coming. 20. Mystical. Rapper Mystical, known for his hit songs like Shake Ya Ass and Danger, is currently serving time for sexual assault and kidnapping charges. Mystical has faced multiple legal battles throughout his career, including a previous prison sentence.
10. Fred Gwynne's real-life tragedies. Though Fred Gwynne brought joy to millions as Herman Munster, his real life was filled with tragedy. His son, Kieran, was born with a brain injury, and his first wife, Gian, passed away after a long illness. Despite his personal heartbreak, Gwynne never let it affect his work, delivering laughter and warmth in every episode. Fred Gwynne's ability to persevere through personal hardship and bring joy to others makes his portrayal of Herman Munster all the more special. 11. The Munsters' cars were custom built. The Munster coach and the Dragula are iconic vehicles that were custom built for the show by legendary car customizer George Barris. The Munster coach Herman's Family Ride was made from 3 Ford Model T bodies and took 500 hours to complete. Meanwhile, Grandpa's Dragula was designed from a coffin, giving it that extra spooky flair. These cars were more than just props. They became symbols of the show's unique aesthetic. The cars were so popular that replicas have been made over the years for fans and collectors. They remain among the most recognizable TV cars of all time, showcasing the Munsters' distinct blend of comedy and creepy. 12. Butch Patrick faced challenges as a child actor. Playing Eddie Munster at a young age wasn't easy for Butch Patrick. While he enjoyed being part of the show, the heavy makeup, long hours, and being surrounded by much older castmates made his childhood experience different from most. Additionally, Butch faced struggles after the show ended, grappling with the challenge of transitioning from a child star to adult life. Butch Patrick has spoken candidly about the difficulties of growing up in the limelight. However, his role as Eddie Munster remains beloved by fans, and he continues to embrace his Munster legacy at fan conventions and events. 13. Yvonne DiCarlo's tragic backstory. Yvonne DiCarlo, who played the regal Lily Munster, had a life marked by tragedy before joining the Munsters. Her husband, Bob Morgan, suffered a terrible accident on the set of How the West Was Won, which left him unable to work. DiCarlo took on the role of Lily Munster in part to pay for his medical bills. Despite her personal hardships, she brought a strong and graceful presence to her role, helping to make Lily one of TV's most iconic characters. DiCarlo was a versatile and experienced actress, and her turn as Lily Munster remains a testament to her strength, both on and off the screen. 14. Fred Gwynne and Al Lewis' close friendship. One of the best parts of the Munsters was the hilarious banter between Herman and Grandpa. Off-screen, Fred Gwynne and Al Lewis shared a deep friendship that lasted for years after the show ended. They had previously worked together on Car 54, Where Are You?, and their on-screen chemistry on the Munsters was a natural extension of their real-life bond. Their friendship made their performances even more authentic and comedic, adding to the heart of the Munsters. Fans could sense the genuine camaraderie between Herman and Grandpa, which is why their dynamic remains one of the highlights of the show. 15. The show faced declining ratings. Despite its popularity in the early days, the Munsters ultimately faced declining ratings during its second season. One major factor was the rise of Batman on TV, which drew viewers away with its colorful, action-packed episodes. Sadly, the Munsters was canceled after just 2 seasons, though it found new life in reruns and fan conventions over the years. Although the Munsters was short-lived, its impact on pop culture endures, proving that a good show can outlive its initial run and find a permanent place in fans' hearts. 16. Fred Gwynne feared being typecast. Fred Gwynne's portrayal of Herman Munster became so iconic that he struggled to break free from the character after the show ended. He feared being typecast and had difficulty finding roles that didn't reference his towering comedic monster. It wasn't until later in his career that Gwynne reinvented himself in more serious roles, including his memorable turn in My Cousin Vinny. While Gwynne will forever be remembered as Herman, his range as an actor allowed him to transcend the typecasting fears that haunted him for years after the Munsters. 17. The makeup was a health hazard. The Munsters' signature looks came with a price: health issues. The thick makeup used for characters like Herman, Lily, and Grandpa contained chemicals that caused skin irritations and even breathing problems. Fred Gwynne, in particular, found the makeup almost unbearable due to its weight and how hot it made him on set. Despite these discomforts, the cast soldiered on, bringing the beloved Munster family to life, even though their iconic looks came at a physical cost. 18. The show's unexpected popularity in syndication. While the Munsters struggled with ratings during its original run, it found new life and immense popularity in syndication. Reruns of the show aired for decades, bringing it to new generations of fans who fell in love with the quirky, spooky family. In fact, many people discovered the show long after it originally aired, helping the Munsters achieve cult status. The show's longevity in reruns speaks to its timeless charm. Even though it only lasted 2 seasons, the Munsters has had a lasting impact on television history, proving that sometimes the best shows take time to be truly appreciated. 19. The Munsters movies. Due to the show's cult success, the Munsters spawned several movies over the years, including Munster Go Home in 1966 and The Munsters Revenge in 1981. These films extended the legacy of the Munster family and allowed the actors to reprise their beloved roles. While the movies didn't always match the show's success, they remain a beloved part of the franchise for die-hard fans. The Munster Go Home movie was notable for being in color, giving fans a rare chance to see the Munster family outside of their usual black and white aesthetic.